type in here and let people know I started a new stream. Not that great of a stream, but hey, it'll work. Good enough for now. So I'll wait a few minutes and see. Yeah, I'm doing it on my phone, so it should be. Hey, Renee and Brenda and Visual Keto. I'm so glad you guys found me. Jen Delaney. Oh, I'm so happy. I know this was a pain in the backside. I have no idea what is going on. Everything should have been normal, but hey, so we're on the phone and we're doing it mobile. Air fried Auntie. Good to see you guys. Oh, and Mama Bear Lynette. Oh, you guys are great. So, anyways, so I mean, the weekend was so amazing, but you know, if something else could go wrong, and on the other chat that I can see on my TV because I left it going, I see that Dennis is asking if I rebooted. I rebooted. I rebooted. I changed different Wi-Fi. I went from the hotel to hotspot, and then I called down to the front desk and I got a key to log into their private Wi-Fi, and it still wasn't connecting. Beats the heck out of me. You know, Visual Keto says Chris has trained you all for this. Yeah, it's true. We've had to jump streams before. I hardly ever have to jump streams. The last time I did was the time when my laptop completely died. Do you guys, for those of you who were here at the very beginning, do you remember that? My laptop fried, and we managed to stay talking to you in the chat via my phone while Attila went and got a whole different laptop, set up OBS Studio and connected up. What a rock star that was. Then say, Renee says the pics in the background are very fitting. Oh, yeah, that's true. You know what's killing me? Is that because I had hooked up to the TV with my laptop, that now it keeps flashing in yellow that there's a problem. Like, no kidding. So, but before we get too far into things, let's see. My coffee is, oh man. Give me 1 second to get to a warm up. I'll keep talking, but I'm gonna move for a moment. So I have some coffee that was already made, which is why but I need it to be, I know, but I want it to be somewhat warm. And I kind of feel bad because I wanted this to be nice because I discovered something here at Keto Palooza this weekend, which I definitely want to talk to you guys about. Hey, Carrie. And I'm sorry, by the way, on the phone, stuff scrolls by really fast. So, and Hungry Heath, welcome. And the Warden, welcome. And Mama Bear Lynette, nice. Oh, Mama Bear says the coffee at the hotel sucks. She had some of mine all weekend. Well, thank you. I find that very flattering. Carrie's gone 617 days, no coffee or caffeine. Carrie, we gotta switch you to weeks or something. But although it's still a great accomplishment because it was something that you really loved and you had to make that change. So, all right. So first things first, I want to get my coffee going because I am a crispy critter. I don't know about the rest of you who are here at KPL, but who else is tired? Anyways, so I was super skeptical, and I was like, oh, because you know how I am about the heavy advertising, you know, and I kind of let it slide for Keto Chow because I genuinely love the product. So I don't know. I was of two minds. So, but another thing that I've been hearing about a lot are the nootropics from Keto Brains, and I've researched a fair bit about nootropics. They're pretty interesting. They actually do have value for some people. There are going to be some people when they try them that they don't have anything, they don't do anything. But for a lot of people, they are very effective. And you do have to pay attention to how your body reacts to them. They're not with a zero risk. Very important that you don't take L-carnitine, which is something that you need to think about if you're in athletics, because that's a popular supplement. And I got samples, and we tried the sample, and I loved it so much that I actually went back and I bought a bag. So I went back to buy a second bag, and they said, listen, take it, because you were here yesterday, and you and your friends and everybody has been so uplifting and supportive, and we want you to love our product as much as we do. And I told them, you already sold me because I bought it and I tried it. So Keto Brains nootropic creamer. It's actually a coffee creamer, and as you know, it was a hard sell for me because I drink my coffee black, like a proper psychopath. And it's got a lovely coconut. So, by the way, if you hate coconut, you won't like this. But the nootropic mix that they have has the CAMCT, which comes from coconut, the alpha GPC, which is another supplement. Let's see, the CAMCT, yeah, and then it has the lion's mane. Lion's mane is a type of mushrooms that actually does, has a lot of studies showing that it has a lot of health benefits. So it's nice that they incorporated that. And if you don't like mushrooms, that's not a matter, because when it's ground into a powder and freeze-dried and all the stuff that has to happen to do in something like this, you do not taste mushroom. So, it smells so nice and coconutty. I personally love coconut. So, and then what else does it have? Oh, and the L-theanine. L-theanine is a nice supplement that's also a booster for your brain. It's supposed to be relatively good for people with like a ADHD, and basically it's 2 tablespoons. Of course, I'm in a hotel, so I'm fudging it, and I'm only going to use 1 because it's nighttime and I feel like 1. So, but this was, by the way, not the product they were selling. This, you guys, is their sample pack. By the way, their graphics really cool. Kind of makes me think of like futuristic stuff, which, you know, has some sense to it. So, I gotta say, I was really like, oh, nootropic, keto brains, whatever, coffee creamer, rah, rah, rah. You know, I was really ready to hate on them. And they turned me around. They also provided me with, ta-da, I know, a coffee frother. Which, by the way, Attila, we have 2 coffee frothers that are utter shit. You can throw them away. Because I bought a new one because I was frustrated with all the ones that I have were dying. And so they gave me this one, and I was like, oh, well, it can't be that great they gave it to me. But it's amazing. It's probably, I don't want another cheap one anymore. So, and thank you for putting this stream on the old stream. Good job. Let's see, hey, Madeline. Oh, Madeline loves Keto Brains too. So, let's see. And by the way, I'm sorry. I'm definitely going to miss comments now because I'm looking at my phone and it's this big. So I'm going to give this a quick whiz. Maybe. There we go. And that's why I have 2 cups with coffee, by the way, because the frother is like super powerful and it will blow it up over the cup. So you have to remember to whiz lower. I'm going to tell you some more cool stuff about this, about the frother. I am using the single top. It has a USB charger. Mix my, and that is my coffee all good to go. But the nice thing about this is you can, I know I'm going to struggle with this because I can't see because the hotel dim lights, but there's a spot where you line it up. And that's not it. It might be too dim for me. There we go. It comes off, but why? Because it comes with another part. And it's a double-headed frother, which really ramps it up. I am super looking forward to this with an egg coffee, or a Dalgona coffee, or a Greek frappe. I think that the double head, oh, I can see right in to plug it in. So the double head is going to be outstanding with a Greek frappe. And a convenient packing carry case. There you go. So now the only thing is, I wish that the carry case were a little bit had a way to store the second head so you could take the whole thing. So I just kept the box. But I'm super happy. It was well worth it. And like I said, I really wanted to hate on them because you know how I love to complain. You know I love to get down on stuff and just like go to town and rip them to pieces. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I really like it. So, you know, they proved me wrong. Also, they were just so stinking nice. You know, I expect people go on hard sales to not necessarily always be like the most amazing people, and they were like the best. They did all the talk about community. They really believe in their product. They're not just selling it for a business. They're truly all in. So, and it tastes good. So, I mean, there were other things that I tried that didn't taste good, and I was not in favor of that. Oh, I was going to show you the swag, but I showed it on the Hungry Heath channel, so you'll have to go back and watch their Friday Night Live. But I had a big bag of swag, but you guys, I want to leave early in the morning, so I already loaded it into the car. I meant to keep it, but I got enthusiastic and carried away. Hey, Rickwin, good to see you. As I see names that I didn't call out, I'll try and remember them. Special things I want to say though, on the Hungry Heath live stream, I did show the CAWFEE and the Perfect Keto collagen that Brenda gifted me. Oh my God, you guys, I never felt so much love in one weekend. Shauna bought me pork belly earrings, which I'm sorry, but I also packed those and shuffled them off into the luggage. Good evening, Mike Sandy. Oh yeah, and Lynette says that they're a sweet brother and sister team. So yeah, someone delete that religious garbage, please. Thank you, very appreciated. I don't come here, you know. I know we have religious people, but this is not where we come to proselytize. That's some other channel. So I appreciate that you have enthusiasm, but this is not the place for that enthusiasm. This is a place for fostering community, which means that we don't want to. Oh, Hungry Heath, you're hilarious. So I'm just gonna let it go now. All right. So the other thing is I'm in a hotel, and I hosted people. Not as many people came over as they do when Heath and Shelly are here, but that's because they're uber popular. Hello, Molly. Nice to see you. Cheers. So I also have myself some a little bit of Element because it's been hot. All the running back and forth, I was overheating. So let's see. Yeah, so Shauna gave me that, and Shannon made me this lovely cup. So I'm loving it. It's a thermal insulated cup. And I brought my straw with me, so it's been delightful. It keeps your ice nice and fresh in there. Let's see. Also packed away and into the car, Bluegrass Girl gifted me some of her vanilla paste and her vanilla extract. So super excited about that. There was so much fudge from Sharon and Shauna, and also in the cart. Darn it, I got too carried away. Sharon, whose link is in my bio all the time, embroidered a tote bag with a Keto Palooza logo on it, so that's awesome. Attila asks if we're keto, if we're allowed to worship the flying spaghetti monster. I don't care if you worship anyways. I'm ordained with the Church of Bacon. Like, that's a real thing, not just like a keto joke. So, oh, Air Fried Andy, you don't know. So the flying spaghetti monster is a religion for humanitarians. It's not really a religion. It's kind of a mockery religion, and but the Flying Spaghetti Monster is awesome. Their followers are called Pastafarians, and it is a federally recognized religion. So you can do whatever you want. I have a ton of Jewish friends, etc., etc. So we don't have this nice big visual that I had on my main camera, which I keep laughing. I keep expecting it to like suddenly hook up and go live, and that would be super weird, but it is what it is. Until it says ramen. Mama Bear Lynette says she ate her weight in fudge. Bad Ghoul says she missed the comment. That's okay. It was just someone asking if we were all settled up with Christ, etc., etc. So, I'll tell you. So, what I have done, and I'm going to have to lift these up to show you, is I've made myself leftover charcuterie. It's not a true charcuterie because I didn't do a lot. There are parts that would be missing to it. However, but and he says maybe it's zoodles. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Anyways, basically, I made a charcuterie, and no, I don't know how to say it the right way in French. I always try to remember, but I can listen to it 1,000 times and I still don't got it. So we're in Americanese charcuterie. But what I can tell you is about charcuterie facts, which is you should know that charcuterie is actually the meats. That's what charcuterie is. Even though we make a big deal about meat and cheese and all the other stuff, it's the charcuterie is the meats. And so technically it's charcuterie and cheese plate. Even though we put other stuff, and I'll talk to you about that, but I'm gonna go through my dinner here because I'm ready. I've got some dried and cured Serrano ham. Look at that. My capicola. You can't have a meat plate without your prosciutto, the best. Then I've got my uncured peppered salami. And then the anti-Shauna salami. This one is the hot and spicy uncured salami. So that's what I have for my meats. Now with your meats, you need other things to go with it. Well, you don't have to, but for a full experience, and even though I'm having a hotel experience, you guys, you know I have the sides. Oh, and Renee says because it's October, it's a charcuterie. Wait, that came out wrong. Charcuterie. There we go. That still sounds wrong. Oh, the dirty jokes are flying. Anyways, so one of the things you do with charcuterie is you need variety. I'm missing one variety, and that's that I don't have a goat cheese or a brie or something soft and creamy. But that's all right, because it's enough. These are all the cheeses that I showed you I was bringing for the weekend. I've got my aged Gouda, which you can see that it's got like a little hole with that salty pocket in it. That's the Beamster. We've talked about that on Cheese Friday. And then right next to it, I got a little wedge of Parmesan. And usually when you're eating the cheese plate with your meats, you want to start with your hard, crumbly cheeses. And you work your way down the line in between savory to creamy and soft. So those are some recognitions here. Next to my aged Gouda, I have your regular Gouda. Then I have I've got it backwards actually, your mild cheddar, your sharp cheddar, and then as Jen said, the red Leicester right here. So Snowdonia red Leicester, where can you find it? I got mine at Costco. However, you can look up red Snowdonia and you can find it on their website. It will tell you where you can find it local to you, as well as I believe, I'm not 100%, you can buy it online. And then, this is how much I feel cared about. Sherry Watkins had a package in her bag getting ready to leave, and she said, hey, I know that you like cheese, and if you like pepperoni, listen, I didn't enjoy these, so she gave me a package of these mozzarella string cheese wrapped in pepperoni. And I was like, I'm not turning that down. So I was very grateful because I enjoy it a lot. Now, uh, meat and cheese can be heavy. Oh, Air Frying Auntie was talking about her friend who tried the Hungry Heath and uh, Air Frying Auntie Tender Spice Mix. And she said, and told her that she tried our anti-spice mix. I know, right? So some accoutrements that you want to vary the flavors, to cleanse your palate, and increase the experience of tasting you have with your charcuterie. So you guys thought that just because I was tired and in a hotel and having girl dinner that you guys weren't going to get nerd things. Surprise, I'm 100% pro nerd all the time. But I am tired, so keep that chat going so we have things to talk about before I run out. So, so it's very tasty. I'm sold on the keto brains. They've got a customer. I have to say I encourage it a lot. Yeah, I agree. Sherry Watkins is amazing. But I got one more up on you guys here. But I'm going to tell you about my accoutrements first before I talk about someone else. So, Sharon left her crackers in my hotel room. Sorry, Sharon, I'm going to eat them because they're delicious. These are some rosemary flackers. Flackers are flax seeds and other flavors, and they're so good. I love them. I got some pork rinds just to have like some crunch because you almost always have like a little bread or something with your charcuterie. Then what you need is I've got some olives. So I've got black olives. I've got a pimento stuffed green olive, and my favorite, the Kalamata olives. Then I also have, which, sorry guys, I totally forgot to put these out when we were having guests, my Grillo's garlic dill pickles. I got the nice slices, and I love pickles, but they go really perfect with the charcuterie. Yeah, and Carrie makes a good point. I know that you struggles with being able to afford the keto brains, but it would go in your Rubios. I will tell you, I talked to them. They said any warm beverage you can mix it in, and the coconutty flavor definitely goes really nice with teas of all sorts, including Rubios and herbal teas. So if you've got dandelion buds or hibiscus teas, it'll be perfect in there. It'll be especially nice with the hibiscus because the bitter of the hibiscus is easily overpowering, and the coconut will tamper it down. Renee tells me that I have accoutrements, right? I gotta get on the stick with that. And then, often when you've got a lot of heavy fat and dairy from the meats and the cheeses going on, you need to cut it with some sweet. That's why almost when you go to restaurants or catering and you get the charcuterie plates, there's almost always like some preserved fruits or some jams or some fun stuff like that. And sometimes I will just get berries and pulverize them into a mush, or eat just the plain berries themselves. But since we had a metric ton of fudge, I made myself a little bit of fudge. So I've got this one was from Teresa. This is the pumpkin spice, and it has additional pumpkin spice sprinkled on top. And this was also hers. I've got a coconut chocolate, which will blend nicely with my coffee. And then my favorite from the fudges by Shauna and Sharon, I got a little piece of the banana fudge. So I just made myself a little of that so that I can, pair things around with that. When you're having charcuterie, if you don't mind having wine, you want to have a dark red wine. A Tempranillo is a really great one to have with it. So there you go. Those are all the facts. And this olive is calling me. Mm. So salty and delicious. I've been pounding the electrolytes here at Ketopalooza, but for whatever reason, I could not keep up. And Carrie says the banana fudge is peeling out. All the jokes. So, anyways, tell me some more things, by the way, but now I'm going to just say some amazing things. Well, the things I'm going to say aren't amazing. The person I'm going to say them about is amazing. I just want to say, I was so excited to meet Miriam Roberts. She has been on my live stream a lot. It's always a delight. And she won one of the giveaways, and so we conversed a little bit, but I always love her comments. They're always so positive, and they really make me feel nice. You guys might recall a few months, almost 6 months ago, I mentioned that in one of my element packs, I got one of these water bottles, and I said I loved it. And if someone else near me got the element bottle and they didn't want it, to please send it my way. And after all that time, she remembered and brought it to me here at Ketopalooza. Can you believe that? For months. And she remembered and thought of me. And I don't know, it just meant so much. But on top of that, you guys, there's a bunch of element in here. It's the spicy elements, the mango chili, and the lemon habanero, both of which I personally love a lot, and especially the mango chili is my very, very favorite. So, I just gotta say how much I appreciate how much you guys remember things that I say, and that you are considerate and kind and loving. And I think that I couldn't be more touched. It's just, you guys really uplifted me this weekend when I was feeling like utter crap. Let's see. Oh, Mama Bear Lynette's drinking strawberry bubbly with her charcuterie. I know charcuterie is very fancy. That's the thing about it. Even sloppy on my paper plates, I feel very fancy. Yeah, so that's where I am at this evening. So, and that's the other thing, is I'm at a keto conference, but oh, and Hungry He says he thought the hotel was supposed to be super fancy. You know what? The hotel is fancy. Here's a problem though. Hotels that are super fancy have the least amount of amenities. Especially not free amenities. I thought, oh, that's right. I gotta bring that out. I have I hid away in my bedroom the $7 bottle of water because I knew I was entertaining. And I didn't think anyone would do it malicious, but if I have stuff and say like, help yourselves to everything, I didn't want by accident someone to be like, thank goodness, I'm so thirsty, a bottle of water, and drink it, and be like $7 on my hotel bill. Like, that's crazy. So, but yeah, so like, I was going through some stuff. I'm still going through some stuff, but I'm just like so grateful because there aren't people here who are like excited about anime, or there's a few gaming people and they do search me out and do so, but when we talk about games and we talk about video games and stuff, but really high level. And yet I know that since I did my little talk on here that people were paying attention and they knew I was going through stuff and they checked on me. Hey, I know you're going through some stuff right now. Are you okay? Can I hug you? And I'm going to hug you, giving me the freedom to be like, no, I'm not ready for that right now. But they paid attention, and even though it had nothing to do with keto at all, they cared about the fact that I was going through some shit. So that means a lot. I think that's when we talk about community, that's what that means, is embracing people even though they're different. So I thought that was great. Now, unrelated to Ketopalooza, but the fact that they were here in this hotel, I tell you, you can watch for another teardown video real soon. I'm going off on the MLM, you guys. There was a supplement, weight loss supplement MLM here with their damn energy drinks that are totally garbage. And I started doing some of the research, but I'm gonna save it so that I can do a full and proper rant about their trash. Also, they were all up and down in this hallway, and then people were loud. I know that we were talking a bit and stuff in here, but they were loud and obnoxious in the hallway. And the first night that they were here, I was mad because they left their stupid drink cans all over the hallway. So, not winning me any bonus. And yes, well wore matching shirts, but it really weirded me out that they were like in these color coded outfits. I don't know what level it was that required them little weird burgundy pajamas, but that they were running around in those weird burgundy pajamas, and then they had the other ones with their buttons talking about their top tier leadership. MLM is just another pyramid scheme. The difference between an illegal pyramid scheme and a legal multi-level marketing is that pyramid schemes don't even have to bother with product, which is why they're illegal. But MLMs have a product, and in theory, you could sell enough product to not go broke. But the percentages for selling enough product is very, very slender. And you cannot be successful in an MLM without taking advantage of people. Oh, Hungry Heat says he was not impressed with the silly hotel because they said his dogs were too big to stay at their place. Yeah, that part kind of sucks because your dogs are awesome, but I do know that that's like an industry standard. I don't know why, because I have to say, my little dog is a pain in the ass. He is very yappy and obnoxious. And your dogs are like, don't do anything but lay around and be quiet. Occasionally they might make a small sound, but usually when they make a sound on your live stream, it's because they need to go out. So I don't know, like my dog is obnoxious. He can't come to a convention. He is crazy. But he can stay in the hotel because he's under 5 pounds. Like, I'm not inflicting my poor little dog on other people like that. And Hungry, he says Holiday Inn is okay with his pups. Yeah, it's crazy. I never understood that. Oh, and Renee's backing me up. It's crazy because many times it's the littler dogs that do more damage. Yeah. Her greyhounds are lazy horses, but aren't allowed in many hotels. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, and the warden says toddlers too. Yeah, toddlers. And the toddlers reminds me. The other thing that happened at the Keto Palooza was I met Jonathan Shane, which if you don't watch Jonathan Shane on YouTube, he's worth a check out. He's actually quite nice, but I gave him nothing but shit because I sat near him at dinner and I was sitting with Chris Bear. And Chris Bear is also kind of a nerd. So we were talking about watching Star Trek Lower Decks, which is an animated Star Trek piece that's running right now, which is about the lives of the people in the lower decks. Your janitors, your maintenance people, and the people that you don't really think about, and were not in any of the other actual Star Treks. So we talked about that. We talked about some Star Wars. We talked about some math. We talked about spreadsheets. And at one point, Jonathan Shane, when we were talking about Star Trek, he says, well, I've never seen any Star Trek. And I was like, oh, okay. But he's a runner. And he was talking about having gotten a blister. And I said, oh, hey, so have you tried cycling socks, because they can help with some of that a little bit because they decrease the friction, et cetera, et cetera. They allow for a lot of breathability, so they'll also be good for your endurance running. And I said, and then a few minutes later, I was like, by the way, since you're an endurance athlete, do you also ride a bicycle, or are you strictly a runner? And he was like, oh, I don't like riding bikes. And I had my Trek shirt on, you guys, so I was like, oh, stabbed me to the heart. I was like, listen, no Star Trek, no bicycles. Why am I even at this table? I sat at the wrong place. And he looked at me for a second because he didn't know me. And Chris burst out laughing, so that kind of helped. But it just gave him such crap. So Oh, Marion just started watching Lower Decks. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And Attila says, as a business traveler, he always had good luck with the IHG hotels. Yeah, the Galt is a Wyndham hotel, and Wyndham is definitely uptight, which is weird because while they do have some of the fancy pants hotels like the Galt, there are not a lot of them, and they do have a lot of very mid-range, but they act like they're mid-range or hoity-toity. That's not for me, hoity-toity. So let's see. Oh, and he says, oh yeah, and he says IHG gives complimentary water to Attila at check-in. Yeah, there's no complimentary nothing here. There's nothing for free, nothing. It's all pay, and pay a lot, please, because they're going to be overpriced. Oh, and Renee says she used to just run, but wish she had known sooner how excellent cycling is for cross-training via opposing muscle groups. Yeah, I was actually surprised to learn that too, because we make a lot of jokes about cyclists having noodle arms and stuff, but even though they often have less strength up top, it takes a lot of effort, and you do work out your upper body even though you're kind of stationary. It takes a lot of effort to do some of the things while you're riding a bicycle. So let's see, what else we got? More talk about the hotel. Oh, and Air Freight Annie. Oh, I'll check in for your flight tomorrow. Nice. You'll be easy to and through in the Columbus airport. Sorry, I had to eat that olive. So good. So, and I don't mind hanging out just a little bit longer since it took ages to go live and the first stream and jumping streams and all of that stuff. Now that I'm in good shape with the hotel room because I did so much packing. I still have quite a bit to go, but now it's like an amount that can be handled in the morning. I'm pretty sure that since I don't have to hurry, because I don't have to get home and like hop onto work, I just kind of want to be home. I can very easily take my time and be leisurely tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Carrie's wishing me safe travels tomorrow. Sharon says she didn't get her room cleaned once. Had to ask for new towels. Yeah, I know a lot of people had some very big service issues with the hotel. I don't understand what's the matter with them. Like, it's weird because their front staff, their front desk staff, were not always giving the same message, like about the charges. The incidentals charge, which is $50 a night. Hyatts do that as well, by the way. If you travel, Hyatts are notorious for their extra fees and charges. So, Hilton's as well. Hilton's love to rack up the fees. Let's see. Mama Bear Lynette says her room did get cleaned today, but really what they didn't actually clean it. They took out the trash and gave her new towels. But there's still a plate of old food and flatware in her room. And they left the dirty dishes there. Yeah, that's weird. Now, I got service, by comparison, just so you guys know, I got service every day. And I had extra towels. So, I don't know. And it's not right. But I wondered if it's because I'm a Wyndham, I can't remember what their top tier is called. I don't think it's platinum, but whatever their top tier rewards is, because I've stayed at Wyndham a fair bit in the past. Which, by the way, Attila, we're gonna need to, in some configuration, do something in a Wyndham hotel relatively soon, because I got a bunch of points that are gonna expire. And I either have enough for one really fancy night's worth of booking or 4 nights of crappy hotel booking. So even if we just use it local and like go and like hang out and have like a nice little party or meetup or something, we can rent a hotel room and not mess up our house. Or, well, or without having to clean our house, whichever. So, yeah. And Marion says she's platinum, so there's definitely higher than her. Yeah. Air fried Annie says next time they're gonna shower in my room. Hey, well, you saw my bathroom. The bathroom was amazing. Not that, I don't mean to be dirty, but we all could have showered in there at the same time. It was so big. Let's see, I got a message that's held for review. I'm gonna have to click on it. I'm so curious. I can't wait. It just says, you know what? I don't know who this person is. I'm just gonna let it show because it just says, so maybe they're excited. And if not, then we can delete it next time. Whoops. Oh, someone else handled it. All right, I don't know what you chose. Whichever moderator got that, let me know what you chose. I'm curious. Oh, Marion says, yes, she drove to KPL, but a little too high risk to feel safe flying yet. Yeah, that makes sense. Hungry Heat says, okay, yeah. It's been nuts. Oh, you guys are hilarious. This is why I love you. So, there's something else I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, so I went to Burgers and Mussels, which you guys, I know, and it wasn't as good as last year, but it was still delicious. It's still my favorite place, and I kind of wish that I had even one more day here so that I could go back and have the mussels. And Air Fried Annie says, I already had a sleepover with Flat, Heath, and Shelly. Very true. Heath snoozing on my couch. Flat Heath snoozing on my couch. Oh, Carrie, bringing the puns. Mountains are funny because they're hilarious. All right, I'm going to eat a spicy piece. So good. Oh, excuse me, just 1 minute while I chew that. Oh, it is nicely spicy. Renee says that her local winery has a nice red called Tattoos and Mussels. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to look that one up. Oh, Marion ate at Nick and Norman's yesterday. Oh, how was that? I'm really curious about it. And not a keto thing whatsoever, and the keto police will come get me. But I finally, amongst all my loadout and stuff, went to the hotel bar and got a Negroni. I've been dying to have one all freaking weekend because I'm in Kentucky, so I'll be darned. I wanted a good bourbon drink, the Negroni. So I went and I had it, and I sat on a couch in the bar. Their bar is gorgeous. Their bartenders were lovely. They chatted with me, and they were like, oh, enjoy it now before people start coming in because football. And it was just delightful. I had Buffalo Trace. I know that there are better bourbons, but Buffalo Trace is not as easy to acquire all the time. And I like it in a Negroni. It's really nice because it's got a good caramel flavor to it, which kind of goes really nicely with the bitters and such. So I was just thrilled. Oh, Marion says the restaurant has hamburgers and sandwiches lettuce wrapped on the menu. The burger was delicious and perfectly cooked. Nice. Why did White get deleted? I missed it. Let's see. Oh, Brenda, you went to Jeff Ruby's. Nice. Oh, I don't think anything got deleted, Brenda or Renee. I think Carrie retracted his messages, so I don't know what he said. So, sometimes we make typos or you say something and then you're like, rethink that, and you take care of it. Oh, and Sharon says Buffalo Trace is pretty good. Yeah, it's nice. It's like I said, it's not like the fanciest of the bourbons, and it's certainly not the best, but you know what? It's a great middle of the road, really nice. It doesn't hurt. Oh, and Renee says there were 2 messages above Shauna's that went away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were Carrie's that he retracted. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so they're just they're messages that Carrie retracted. No big deal. Let's see. Carrie says he found a meat that's cheap in the store, and oh, beef shanks. Oh, beef shanks are amazing. I'll have to send you some recipes or something. So. Sorry to be crunching. It's these flackers, but they're so good. And then my aged Gouda. That's the other thing that this hotel does not have. And I know that room service is a weird and lazy thing to have, and it's overpriced. But I'll tell you, if they had room service, 100% would have just ordered dinner and sat here and shared my takeout with you and had my cocktail delivered to my room. I would have paid the extra money for it. Why do they not have room service? They got 3 freaking restaurants in this place. Why would you not offer room service? People would pay a fortune for it. Oh, and let me find it. In the bar, which also serves food, I met a keto coach, Stu Weinstock, a ketogenic lifestyle coach. His group is called Keto Recipes Express, and he was super, super nice. I was sitting there on the couch enjoying my Negroni, and he was ordering food, and this was after more people, like I said, they told me to drink my food, or to drink my drink before people started coming in for the football, but as people started trickling in, people in bars always chatter, and they, he was chatting, people said, oh, hey, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I was here for a keto conference from the last, a couple days, and was like, I'm a keto coach, and I said, well, hey, Mr. Keto, I just interjected, I was like, hey, Mr. Keto Coach, well, don't look back here, I was here for that keto conference too, but I am doing myself a naughty and enjoying a cocktail. And he just started laughing, but then we spent some time talking. It was very nice. And I think we had that whole well, hello, I'm a vegan kind of vibe, because we were excited talking about keto because we're at a keto con, and the other people in the bar were like, oh, okay, let me just scoot my chair over. But it was delightful. I told him about my cancer surviving, etc., and it was lovely. So he gave me his card. Apparently his group has 70,000 people in it, so I'm very curious. And Air Fry and Auntie says room service, they barely have cleaning service. Right. I'm just saying, I would have been delighted, and I would have not even complained about being fleeced for it. So And Air Fry says the keto coach was also in the bar. Yeah, but he wasn't having a cocktail. He was ordering takeout, and responsible takeout. I heard what he ordered. He ordered some kind of chicken sandwich with a side of Caesar salad and Brussels sprouts. So, But I told him about my cheese Friday and my coffee talk, and he was actually just super nice. I love how nice everybody was. Renee says she loves how our little community has quite a few badass folks in it. Yeah, me too. I appreciate that. We'll have to do the death pool heart. So, phew. But so, oh, Miriam tried Brussels sprouts for the first time this weekend. I hope they were like crispy fried. I love when they're deep fried and they're almost like burnt and crispy. Those taste great. And Air Fried Andy says I earned my drink for sure. Yeah. For those of you who know about my the convention I'm involved with, yeah, it's escalated. Things have gone south. It's going bad. There's lawyers involved. Enough said. So, yep. Oh, Marion, those are the way I like them. Crispy, almost burnt, and with bacon. Yes. Hey, Brenda. Brenda S. I've seen Brenda, but I thought I saw Brenda Foley. I hope I didn't miss you earlier. I hope that I said hello, but everything was chaos with the dual streams, etc., etc. Oh, and Renee makes the recommendation for Heath and Shelley's Brussels sprouts and pork belly. Yes, those are some really good Brussels sprouts. And Brenda Shope says she agrees, crispy Brussels sprouts. They're the best. Our friend Annie says that on Thursday that she had the Hungry Heath Brussels sprouts at Sharon's on Thursday night. So, yeah, I'm kind of running out of things, but there's so much. Oh, so I went on the walk this morning. As you guys know, I didn't bring my bike because when I looked at the weather, it said it was going to be rainy, and I already had a bunch of stuff to bring, and I thought, I don't want to try and ride my bike while it's cold and additionally rainy, which means the bike tires will be slippery. I was like, fine, I'm just going to walk. But I will say that last year I rode my bike and I just rode the route several times, and what I did was I would ride real slow for a while and chat with people and talk to people. But the other thing that I did was I would go to the back and I would catch up with I would find the people who were like straggling behind or struggling, and I would talk to them and try and encourage them, or I would remind them like, hey, so just so you know, it's only this little bit to get to this turn, so if you are really struggling, you can stop there and then you can rest for a bit and come on back. You don't have to do the whole thing. And and if everybody was on bikes, that when you come from the front and you go to the back, it's called sweeping. So I did a lot of that, and actually did wind up going back to the hotel and asking someone to get their car and come fetch a couple of people. Like, it was very effective. But this year I was on foot and I walked. But here's the thing. This year we did the walk, and by the time I got to the end, I was a leader for the moderate pace, which means I just kept myself in the middle. So, but as I was going, I realized we didn't have like stragglers. Yes, we had people who were going slower, but most of the people did the entire walk. So they did, not only did more people do the whole walk versus the short routes, there were less stragglers and the pace was faster than it's been. So in my mind, what I'm thinking is because we also have more attendees this year. I feel like this is a good sign that as we progress over the years in this convention, more of us are improving in our mobility. And that's not to say anything about anybody who can't do the walk, because mobility limitations are a thing, and there's always going to be people who just can't do it. But I will tell you, even people I know who can't do the walk, I saw doing more this year than I've seen them do in the past. Some of y'all are going to be very, very tired, and take care of yourselves, but I can tell you, I am really proud of how much change you have enacted. It is visible, and I do see it. You might not realize it, but you are definitely killing it. It's not how much you do, but the fact that you can see incremental increases in mobility. And it just tells me that if we keep giving our efforts, better and better. And Renee says, so is Autumn for sure doing it again next year? Last year she teetered on canceling. So it's not for sure, but here's the thing. It's asterisk. But this year was a lot more positive for Autumn than last year. Last year, Autumn took a bath financially by a significant amount. I don't know exact figures, but I know it wasn't a small amount. And that was a lot of why initially she didn't want to continue. Also, it's very tiring. As someone who does conventions, this, even at 300 people, it's a lot. So she said if we have it next year, a fair bit, but not like last year where it really felt like there was a good chance that she wasn't going to do it and we really had to work to twist her arms. This year it was much more positive sounding, like, no, we're doing it. It's just that in the next couple days when I'm hurting and I feel like garbage because we're having our adrenaline crash, I'm kind of not going to feel it, but it seems very much like we will have one. I can't promise that for sure because maybe she'll change it, but maybe she'll change her mind. But I felt like this year was just a real uplifting and positive event all around. So I really feel like and people were very much like, yes, we will be here next year. So let's see. Miriam says she did more this year than she could have last year. She walked down to the Brazilian Steakhouse on Thursday and to Nick and Norman's yesterday. She couldn't have done either one of those last year. Yeah. It's amazing. I missed something about doing the whole walk, but I don't know who with it. But yeah, Mama Bear walked us to the steakhouse. That I feel, had I realized the incline and the distance to the Brazilian Steakhouse, I would have told both you, Shauna, and Lynette, and Mama Bear Lynette to take the lift to the restaurant and then walk back with us. Because it's nicer to walk after the big heavy meal and going mostly downhill versus the incline. And it was, for some reason, it felt like it was closer last year, but I know that the restaurant didn't move. I gotta look and see. Oh, Renee says just get through the recovery of buying a house and moving, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, Brenda says, yeah, she wasn't able to do it last year, and had she not had something come up, she would have made the whole walk this year. Yeah. Oh my God, I was having a heart attack for you. I was so worried about your key. Let's see. Oh, Renee says the landlord's already been calling her this weekend. He wants to put the house on the market ASAP. Renee said she still had a couple more weeks, hoping to seal the deal on the house and then tell him. I don't understand why he doesn't just sell it to you. Do you want the house that you live in, or is that something you are not interested in? I'm just being nosy. Hey, partners in keto. So no, I'm not the person with the cool glasses and avocado earrings, but I believe that is Air Frying Auntie who is on this stream. She is our moderator, our super awesome. Oh, you are talking to Air Frying Auntie. Never mind, I'm shut up. Well, I'm not going to shut up because it's my live stream and I love to talk. I'm a chatty Kathy, 100%. So, yeah. Oh, you guys were killer going up there. But yeah, I am super glad. If you had resisted the Lyft or the Uber much more, I was going to get salty at you and make you do it anyways. I would have exerted my non-existent authority and told you that's what we were doing. If I had to get in there and ride with you myself, that's what we would have done. So. Oh, and Renee says, no, the house is 900 square feet and needs a lot of work. So 200, what? No, thank you. Yeah, I get it. Definitely look for something better. Oh, and Partners in Ketosis says it was nice to meet our friend Auntie. Yeah, it was great. I just thought this weekend was great all around. But I can tell that by the time I get home tomorrow, oh, and then a couple days in, this is your reminder. We had a lot of stimulation and the adrenaline will be flying. What goes up must come down. So here are things to do. You know, this is my favorite thing to talk about. Remember, what goes up must come down. So when you get the post-convention blues, don't forget your self-care. Get yourself some sunshine. Make sure that you're keeping up with your electrolytes and your magnesium especially. Keep up with it. Make sure that you are getting a full amount of sleep, the most amount of sleep. If you are an exercisey person, even though you feel sad and all you want to do is be a couch slug, get up and get your walk in. Hey, Gigi's here. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here. Sorry that it was maybe hard to find because we had to hop due to technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to do a tear down on my actual channel and see what's up. Maybe I'll put up an impromptu live and then let it. So don't worry too much about it. Oh, Air Fry Nanny put up their channel for partners in ketosis. Awesome, thank you. Oh, and Carrie says that it's cooler there. It was only in the high 70s. Excellent, because Texas has been brutal this year. You know, we haven't done in a long time, Air Fry Nanny. Put up the Hungry Heath channel too. I'm eating my Parmesan, you guys. Sorry that I'm chewing rudely, but the Parmesan is so good. My coffee is good. So, where did that go? You guys, how can I be sitting here in front of the camera and use a product? Oh, there it is. I actually lost the package for a minute. So don't forget, the Keto Brains, they sold me. So sadly, I won't be doing like the big teardown, even though I really wanted to. But I'll find something. Don't worry. The Keto Crate is going to arrive any day now at my house. So we will have some complaining to do. You know, there's always something in there that's just going to tear me up. So. Oh, you went to Longhorn. I saw the Longhorn right over the bridge. Partners in Ketosis went out for steaks. I'm having charcuterie in case, because you weren't here. I'll show you guys. I have my plate of lovely meats. And I have to repeat that charcuterie is meats. Even though there's a high focus when you see it on TV and stuff about the cheese, charcuterie is meats. So it's charcuterie and cheese. So there you go, your nerd fact for tonight. I have a variety of cheese. My Parmesan Reggiano. And yes, it's a real Parmesan. It has the designated, the DPO, the designated point of origin. Aged Gouda. Regular Gouda. The Red Leicester. Regular, sharp cheddar, and then medium cheddar. So, and then of course my accoutrements. So, yep. Marion says she's not a bit hungry. I will eat my food throughout the evening as I continue doing stuff. I want to make sure I do some stretches. Oh, Air Fry Nanny says that she likes it when I do the Keto Crate live. I might do that. It's actually really simple to do that way. It's not as nice as opening it the regular way, but I do find it to be very easy to do it live. Oh, Renee's had the flank steak marinating and gonna make a fajita fixins. Nice. Oh yeah, so today was the brunch for Ketopalooza. At the end of every Ketopalooza, we spend an enormous quantity of time having brunch. So, and Autumn gives we do a raffle prizes. We do like some feel good times where people line up to talk into the mic and tell their stories. Uh, I both love it and hate it because, and I love it because I love hearing all of the inspirational stuff, but I hate it because it gives me the feels. And as a pro nerd, having the feels is no bueno. But Partners in Ketosis is asking what the pictures say in the background, and no clue. I don't know that they actually say anything. It's just, I don't know. I don't think they actually say anything. It's hotel art, so it's just some weird signal lines. Now I have to wonder. Oh, maybe I'll take a picture of the pictures and then like run it through Google or something and see. It does have the artist name, but I can't read it because it's it's their signature. Oh, Renee says it says your internet connection will suck in here. Yeah, maybe it's a warning. But it worked fine the other day going on the Hungry Geek Live, so I don't know. Yeah, Brenda Foley says sound waves. Yeah, they are. And Attila chimes in that it's just bad corporate art, which fair, probably so. So, but yeah, I don't know I don't know if it actually says anything, but it does make me wonder if it does, because that would actually be interesting. But I have a feeling that it doesn't. And then Mama Bear asked if I noticed that the art in the bathroom was a blurred horse running for the roses in the foreground. I did. I thought that was very Kentucky, actually very Louisville. So I assume that's why it's in there. So I totally lost track, you guys. So I am extra crispy. Stick fork community is done. Oh, I was talking about brunch. So I know some people didn't love the breakfast, but man, I know I was hungry because I wanted to eat, and I held off from eating, and then we did our big old walk, which made me hungrier. So I liked it though because the eggs were like actually not over hard. They were scrambled and soft, but not so soft that they were yucky. They were just right. So it was scrambled eggs with cheese, and then down the middle it had a very tomatoey salsa. I thought it was good because while I like salsa, that is this close to turning into flames, most people do not. So it tasted really good, but pre-keto I like ketchup on my eggs, so you can judge me for that, as well you should. Then they made this cauli rice, which they had last year too, and it's really good. So it's like it's a riced cauliflower. It does have quite a lot of black pepper, a red pepper, a yellow pepper, a green pepper, and some sausage in there, and it's really good. You know what? Someone delete that. That's so rude. We don't need to talk about gender, and if you can't tell what gender I am, it's none of your business, really. This is not the channel for that. Thank you. Thank you, Warden. Much appreciated. Let's see. Brenda says Bill would have rather had a salsa on the side. I suppose. Yeah, that's true. I think that's probably would be a good suggestion. Last year they did have it on the side, but I still really liked it. So. And then they had bacon. The bacon was like so-so. Thank you, Air Fried Auntie. Much appreciated. But so the tragedy though at a keto brunch, they ran out of bacon. And for those of you who know Autumn, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a letter. I would bet money on that. So, because But, you know, I mean, they eventually brought more bacon, and then at the end, there was a lot of leftover bacon, so people were packing it to go. I didn't take extra bacon because, oh, and Air Fry Nanny says she had some of the egg with no salsa because she took it from the side. The salsa was right down the middle, so you could get some without salsa if you didn't want to. I really enjoyed it. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, I'm sorry then. I didn't mean to. It's a thing. Oh, you can leave it. All right, thanks, Air Fry Nancy. Appreciate it. I don't. You're getting a lot of weird messages tonight. What's up with that? That's strange. So, anyways, I'm just it was good. I liked it. I kind of wish the bacon was a little bit crispier, but I think it was cooked the way a lot of people like it because it was kind of soft, but it was completely cooked. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like snotty bacon or anything. I'm glad all my moderators are here because, man, we're getting it today. So bizarre. But maybe that's a sign. It is almost 8 o'clock, and so we've made up for the time that I was late. Why don't I go ahead and cut this off, finish my charcuterie, and hit the hay. Yeah, I saw that they were timed out. I appreciate that. That was probably very smart. Let's see. Oh, and Mama Bear Lynette says Autumn said she was definitely going to write a letter to the hotel about the bacon issue. So what did I tell you? I knew it. Yep. So let's see. And Carrie said, all right, good night, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy when I get to spend time with you guys. So let's see. I can't use my mouse. I gotta figure out how to do it. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.